Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating, joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. As you can usually tell by our background where we are at the Refuge Little Falls with some new friends and some, I don't want to say old like in age, but old friends, friends who have been here many times. So we are very much enjoying being here with crafters. We've got some amazing quilters. In fact, I feel honored to meet some people who have gotten the blue ribbon at the state fair. So that's pretty amazing. Give a shout out to them. Anyway, super fun time. I woke up this morning though, and I was like, I looked at my temperature, it's 24 below. However, in a very rare occasion, a rare event, today it's going to be warmer this afternoon than it is now. So it's like -7 this afternoon. It's like a heat wave here. So anyway, I just wanted to, I'm going to show you something from Valentine's Day, just a kind of fun little card that we'll make. The doilies, I was looking and they're you just look for them online because I didn't see them in our online exclusive or in the mini catalog. So you can just go ahead and look online for those. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And I'll show you these doilies first. They are so cute. So they come in 2 sizes and no peeking. Sorry. They come in 2 sizes, but the really fun thing, I'm just pick up one so you can see it. The really fun thing about them is
Morning, Mary.
Morning,
Mary Jo.
They look at the design on them. Mary Jo, what's the temperature there? Never mind, don't tell me. Just kidding. Mary Jo's nails on it. Aren't they pretty? Look at how fun that little delicate design, and the cutout, the back is white. And then this is the larger size. And then there's one and it's a bubble bath. I'm not sure you can see that one as well. It's the same design, but it's just a sweet little, if I turn that over, you can kind of see it is a little bit darker. It's a bubble bath, which is a super light pink. So that's one size. And then the second size, I'm going to use alternating colors so you can really see the size difference. The second size is a little bit, there we go, a little bit smaller. So how fun is that? I love doilies. I don't know. They're just fun. And obviously they're paper. So
Your
they're
grandma
not.
loved doilies.
What?
Your grandma loved doilies.
Oh, maybe that's why. Which one? Anyway.
Hi, Sandy. Hey, Tina.
These are obviously paper, so they're not like napkins, but they are so pretty. Love them, love them. Okay. So I'm going to start with a real red card base. And because the colors in the doilies are real red and bubble bath. So I'm going to start with real red, and I did 3D emboss it using our eyelet embossing folder. So I kind of did that ahead of time, just so, you know, Dave's like, just do it on screen. It's like, no, just do it ahead of time. But 3D embossing is super simple because you put it in here and you run it through our Big Shot, which I have the mini down here. And this is why when some people say,
Cut and emboss.
Stampin' Cut and Emboss. People say, should I get the mini or the Big Boss? This is the reason why I say I would get the Big Boss, because the mini, while it's great, portable, does a lot of small things, it does not do the 3D embossing folders. So I would go for the big gun. Anyway, so this is the eyelet, 3D eyelet embossing folder. Isn't that pretty? I think it's really fun. I embossed it with a little sequin here, so I have a tiny bit of glue there that I don't want. Okay, so I'm going to start with this, and then I am going to take my, let's measure this. You know, at home, I couldn't find a ruler, which is kind of crazy as a teacher, not being able to find a ruler. This is 9 inches by 3 inches, 3 1/4, 9 by 3 1/4, and it is scored at 4 1/4, right in 4 1/2, right in the middle of the 9. And this little piece, we're going to work on, and then we'll attach it to here. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment. I'm going to take a bone folder and make sure. I'm going to see the blue on here, though. I don't want to use that side in case it comes off.
Hi, Diane.
And then I kind of just went down in size because I want I'm going to use some black, just basic black. And this one is 2 3/4. 2 3/4 by 4. And then I just went in a little bit. That's a very specific measurement. Just go in a little bit because I'm going to build on there. So let's go ahead and attach that. And whoop, I'm going to stick that right in the middle there. Kind of left a little bit bigger border for my focal point.
Morning, Patty.
And honestly, the way sometimes I do cut these, if I'm just cutting one, is I kind of go in, check it in. I know
Frequently you use a 1/4 inch.
I do use a 1/4 inch, but when I get to 16th inches, then I find it's a little bit tricky to get perfect. So, or get it exact. But this is pretty darn good. Look at that. All right. So we're going to make a cute little Valentine little dress on here using our doilies. I want to tell you these hearts, they're I die cut these out of the Hope, Love, and Joy set because we have a little heart. Kind of fun because these little sentiments or these little images go right inside the words. Just really, really fun. So I used a little heart. The other option is to use a bigger heart, and this one is from, this is our spring catalog. So if you don't have it, let me know and I'll get one in the mail to you. But the Made with Love Valentine set has several different sizes of hearts here in the dies. So you could always do a bigger heart if you so desire. All right, so I'm using these little hearts and we're going to use one of our doilies. I'm going to fold it in half, a little bit off, so that white is showing underneath. And then I'm just going to fold it again like that. And when I was looking at it, I was thinking this is kind of, for a bigger heart, we're going to make a little lady. That's kind of a big skirt, right, for a little heart. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and fold it in, fold this back. Sorry, I'm going to go this way. Fold this back in thirds, kind of get a little bit of that showing underneath. And I'm going to go this way a little bit because that's going to be more like a skirt. That would be appropriate. I just folded that back a little bit because it was showing. Appropriate for this size. And then we're going to cut it and make it a little bit shorter. Not a mini skirt, just a little bit shorter. But that's kind of more it's going to fit our heart a little bit better. So I'm going to grab my scissors here, there. I'm going to grab my scissors and just cut off some of this because I don't want the skirt to be quite that long. And in the middle here, we're going to put a ribbon. These are really itty bitty hearts. I think I'm going to make her skirt even smaller. Let's fold that back. I'll show you the one I copied from and you'll see why I'm making it. Yeah, that's going to be a good size. And I'm going to cut it a little bit more here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is put these two little hearts together with a glue dot. And then I'm going to glue the skirt in the middle. So we'll grab a little glue dot here and I'm going to stick this heart together, leaving a little gap at the bottom. I'm going to get the right side of the heart. There is a right side and a wrong side. Not that it really matters, but the right side kind of rounds down and the wrong side is just a little bit of a sharper image. You're probably like, yeah, I can't tell the difference on that at all, especially with this little heart. But even though it's little, I have a big heart. Ha ha. All right. So now I'm going to put some glue right in there and I'm going to stick some of this just mono adhesive or our multi-purpose glue and stick it right there. And I'm going to put a block on top of it. That's how I get things to just adhere with me not holding it. Like that. And I'm going to get a big block. And this block, I'm going to put this in the dishwasher this morning because it's kind of dirty. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I throw these in the dishwasher and they come out really clean. And I'm going to set that aside for a minute, let that dry. And we're going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. I am loving these banner sayings because they're all sorts of fun sayings, kind of everything I need. Happy birthday, wishing you good things, consider yourself hugged. Love that. Can't thank you enough. But the ones I really like, I love these because I love the script. I love fonts. So cue the confetti is super cute phrase. Celebrate, we're going to use that today. Thanks a million. So there's just really fun phrases on there. And like I said, I love that little font. And this one comes with, in the bundle, comes with a punch, which is at home. So, but I made I made a little banner for us to stamp on. So let's grab this. We're just going to stamp in black, memento black, stamp our little celebrate, and stamp that on there. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. We have one more smaller size block. I find it's very difficult when you have a little block and a little strip of paper to center it because you're looking at the edges. So I like to go one size up for small words. And I'm just going to trim that so we have just a straight edge there. All right. Okay, let's see how our little dress is doing. Oh, it looks lovely. I am going to put a ribbon, and this ribbon comes from, it comes with Misty Moonlight, and this color white is kind of like a linen, it's 1/4 inch. It's woven. Can you see it? I'm really high. It's just a really smooth, soft ribbon, and it comes with, like I said, Misty Moonlight. It's 1/4 inch. You get 2 yards of each for just $5, so it's a pretty sweet deal. All right, now let's get some glue dots. Glue dots are going to hold this. You could also just use tape on this one, honestly. That would hold it really well too. Put a glue dot here, because that's where my ribbon's going to go. And a little glue dot here. Let's cut that. And I'm going to put one more glue dot on there and get that to hold in a little bit on my ribbon. Oops, didn't pick it up. There we go. How are you doing on this Saturday morning? Hopefully, if you're not, hopefully you're staying warm. Look at what a sweet little dress. I think it's really fun. I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit. And
very cute dress.
Isn't it? I'm just going to tuck that down instead of cutting it. Look, how sweet. All right. So the dress is what's going to go on here. So let's go ahead and start putting some of this together. I'm going to grab my adhesive. You know, it's usually the biggest thing that's not right in front of you. Here it is. Or that is right in front of you and you just can't find it. But Valentine's Day is kind of a funny thing for Dave and I. Because we used to own a balloon shop. And so we did about 6 months worth of business on Valentine's Day in Los Angeles. And we would rent trucks, we would hire people, it was crazy. Crazy.
Rent empty spaces for us to stage all the deliveries.
Oh my gosh, it was insane. We'd stay up all night
in our usually be up for at least 48 hours straight.
In our younger days. Not now. So needless to say, you know what, Valentine's, not a big deal for us. It's just another day. I'm going to trim this a little bit because it feels really thick because I bent so much back there. So I'm just going to get rid of some of that thickness there.
I still feel tired on Valentine's Day.
Goof. Yeah, so it's not something we celebrate. Although, you know, we have grandkids living with us, so we'll have to do something a little bit more special. All right, so let's go ahead and lay our little lady. This is bugging me. That's not, I want it to be even. There we go. I'm gonna put a glue dot behind that, and that will help that little piece of ribbon stay. And when I stick it to the card, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and stick her. It's still crooked. Pull that up. Stick her there. You know, Dave always has an announcement, so when he has his announcement, I'll probably get that straight. There we go. Cute, so cute. And I'm gonna take my little celebrate and just pop it up right here with some dimensionals. Any fun comments in the chat? Any Valentine's plans? I mean, it's great if I even remember to give Dave a card. Love you. He knows I love him. All right, let's stick a little celebrate right there. And then we're going to put some gems on here because it's pretty, actually, you know what would be, I'm just thinking, I wonder if she would sit well on that, but I'm going to leave it where we are. I'm going to use some rhinestone gems and go ahead and decorate this a little bit. 3 is our magic number, as you may know. Using my take your pick. Probably could have made my whole card, the whole white part, a little bit smaller because she's pretty small, but all good. So, and I'll put one more right down here and fiddle with that while Dave's doing his thing. Look how cute. It's a little lady. And then inside, I suppose we could stamp something else, but isn't that cute? Kind of a different way to use, like usually we use the big cardstock or the cardstock as our base, but as our card, but this is kind of fun to use just a quarter of it to 3D emboss it and then put something on top of it. I think it's really cute. What do you have for us? Because I have a couple other cards to show.
Sure.
Or, yeah.
Switching screens. There we go. So as you know, we always have a lot going on. One thing, if you could look up the details on bonus days, because I don't have that. Yes. But for everything you ever could possibly need, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, you can scroll on down. One of the first things, shop for products. That's great. Want to mention Super Stamping Weekend, because you may know that registration closed on Monday night for Super Stamping Weekend. But if you didn't get a chance to register and you still want to, we are still offering the digital only experience. What that means is you still get to come and attend the 9 hours of demonstrations featuring new products from the new catalog, online exclusives, 3 hours Friday night, 3 hours Saturday morning, and 3 hours Saturday afternoon. Lisa, Tracy, and Amy presenting 1 hour each for all of those. You'll see 9 different projects. The digital only means you will still get the PDF with the dimensions and everything. We just won't ship you the party box with the goodies and the make and take supplies. You would just have to use your own supplies for those make and takes. So you can still register for that digital only. This takes place on February 6th through the 7th. And if you can't attend live, all of that, not a problem. Every session is recorded and will be available after the event to come back and watch anytime you want. So even if you can't join us on that weekend, go ahead, sign up for the digital only, and you'll be able to do that. Want to make a note of one other thing. If you scroll further down our site, you will get to hosted retreats, hosted weekends here at the Refuge. The reason I want to bring it up is in 2 weeks, that same weekend of Super Stampin' Weekend, we do have a hosted weekend here at the Refuge. We have 2 spots available. We had 2 friends who unfortunately had to drop out due to some things going on. But that means there's 2 opportunities for you to join us here at the Refuge that weekend. As you know, when you come to a hosted retreat at the Refuge, we take care of all the meals, we pamper you, we take care of everything. Our group that's here keeps commenting that they are going to leave having maybe gained a little weight because we take such good care of you. But don't worry about that. We will, my magic stove takes all the calories out of everything. So come and join us. We have 2 spots available for our February hosted weekend up here at the Refuge Little Falls.
All right. So bonus days are a time when February 3rd through February 28th. And I was just writing it down, where you can actually, when you purchase $50, you get a $5 coupon. You can put all those coupons together and you can start redeeming it on February 3rd. Oh, wait, this is January 3rd to January 12th. It's like something's not right about that.
You're earning them now. You can redeem them in February.
But you can bundle all of those for $50. You can, when you order $50, they'll send you a code. And so you can bundle all of those together, which is just fun. All right. I have 2 cards I want to show you. One is using the doilies. Look how fun this is. Isn't that cute? I was thinking, oh, cut the doilies. They added a little strawberry slush back here. This is pretty in pink. This was made by Kim Williams. Lots of little sentiments here. You are loved. Isn't that sweet? I think it's just a fun little Valentine's card. The other one is a Valentine's card, but it's not using the doilies, but I have to highlight it because it's so cute. In our, excuse me, in our November online exclusives are these little bears. And look at this, bear hug and kisses, and the little heart is tucked in his arms. There's also part of this stamp set is a kissing booth. It's pretty funny. So happy Valentine's Day. I just thought that was really sweet and pretty in pink. No, in petal pink is what I meant to say, petal pink. So that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed making our little girls. Okay, I'm going to show you the bigger one because I do like the bigger one better. I just didn't have a bigger heart. I was like, should I show it to you? Not show it to you? I'm going to show it to you. So the bigger one, I like it because the heart is bigger. But and this was actually made by Tracy. Tracy, who's doing
Filter.
our Super Stampin' Sunday. So I do like it. It fills up more of the space, but I only had a little heart, so I use a little heart, which I think is sweet too. You know, it could be really fun for a mother-daughter. Look at that. How would that be?
Ooh,
That would be a really
grandma-granddaughter.
cute thing. All right, friends, that's what I have for you, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. But until then, stay warm if you're in Minnesota, stamp something, craft, and just have a great time and laugh with your friends. So happy stamping, friends.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some